Hi, so I'm going to continue on with my journey for the cancer. I left last talking about me having my ileostomy. So I had to stay in the hospital until I was able to go onto solid foods and start passing gas and have a movement, a bowel movement. So I had to walk the halls of the hospital lots. That was what they recommended to get things moving. And before I continue, I just wanted to say my name is Donna Nixon, and I'm in Borden, Ontario, and I'm sharing my cancer journey for anyone else who wants to know what I went through and know that there's light on the other side of the journey of chemo and radiation and cancer, because I am 6 years a survivor of rectal cancer. So, to continue, it is, I guess, maybe 5 or 6 days in the hospital after they told me that, so a total of maybe 10 that I was there for me to be able to actually start having gas and having a movement, a bowel movement. So they released me from home, and they told me that within a certain length of time I'd be able to go and get the staples out of my stomach, and that they set that up for me locally and be able to do that. So my friend came and picked me up and brought me home. And a little funny story, she was supposed to be bringing me home and looking after me, but the poor thing, my friend Tammy, had a little, like, she had a pair of boots on with a little heel, and the little plastic piece on the bottom of the heel twisted, I guess, and caught on the steps coming upstairs with some of my stuff, bringing it into the house, and she tripped, and the poor thing smashed her nose, gave herself a big black eye, and a concussion that we didn't know about at first. But anyway, so she came in the house. I called 911, and I sat on the chair in the kitchen, and she sat on the other chair, and within 9 to 12 minutes, my kitchen was full of people there for her, not me, and checking her out and making sure she was okay. There was ambulance drivers, there was firemen, there was police officers, there was everybody. So we laugh about it now, but that was my going home. Anyway, I will continue now just talking about what happened. So my friend Tammy stayed with me, and 3 or 4 days later, I guess we realized she had a concussion, and her mom came and got her and took her to the hospital. So then I was at home alone. Anyway, I waited to hear how she was doing, and in that time I had to make sure that, that my ileostomy was okay, and that I now will have to change it by myself. And I couldn't shower and stuff with it. So I had to take sponge baths all the time, and I think that was the thing I missed the most. I wasn't allowed to get my stomach wet with the staples in there and the gauze and stuff they had covering it, and not to get my ileostomy bag and stuff wet. So at least that's what I understood at the time. So for a whole length of time, which I'll explain more a little later on, I didn't and wasn't able to take a shower. My work gave me a bench and a shower hose with a end on it, a shower head on it that I could attach and sit down and take a shower, like sponge bath kind of shower, but that was it. That's all I could do. Anyway, so my first experience with changing my bag, I did it. I still was a little bit leery of it and unsure what I was doing, and even though I got shown multiple times in the hospital, but I did it, and I am a learner of doing things for anything in my life. Doing things is how I learn. So I did it, and they had one of the health nurses come in and change it for me a couple of times, but I ended up doing it myself about the fourth or fifth time, and was okay with it, because when the lady from the health unit, or I'm not sure what it was, what health people I had, VON and a whole bunch of other groups helped me, but anyway, the lady that came to help me, the bag fell off within a couple of days. So I don't know whether it was the product or whether it was my skin or whether it was not put on right or what heck caused it, but it fell off. So obviously I had to put another one on. The only other thing I want to mention was getting used to different products and knowing your product is right and wrong for you is a personal thing. So nobody can tell you that this was the best product, because I started out with one product. I think there's three. There's Coloplast, there's Convatec, and there's Hollister are the three that I know of. And I've used all three. Now, I'm not here to plug anybody, but I'm just saying I started with one, and I think that, it got to the point where my skin was so raw I couldn't even put something on it using the one product, that when I went to see my stoma nurse in the hospital again, she told me about this other product and was able to put some stuff on my skin around the ostomy and get this other product to stick for another 5 days. So I said I'm switching to that product because it stuck and I didn't even think about it. So I think I'm going to leave it for there and not keep this too long. And it's June 7th. And it's a beautiful day out there, and I think I'll get outside and enjoy some of the sun. Take care, everybody, and I will continue on next Sunday.